I'd like to call the Finance Committee meeting to order.
Okay,
Ms. Myers.
y'all, the agenda's in the beginning of your committee binders. Item number 1 is motion to discuss and take action on a quote from Sims Electrical in the amount of $1,900 to run a plug for a stove in the courthouse to be paid out of courthouse funds. And if you look on that quote, that is in the DA's office in the kitchen. And that quote is $1,900.
Did they already have a stove in there? Or
I don't know,
Yeah.
do I don't think
no,
so.
so they just installing one?
Yeah. Yeah, so all three items are kind of related in that manner. So
Okay, there was never one there. All right.
So
So all this is new, Ben? Everything all this
Yes.
complete thing is new? Okay.
yes.
it's going in the DA's office kitchen. I
So,
knew they had a kitchen there, but I knew they did not have a stove before.
so do any of the other offices have kitchens? I'm just asking because, I mean, if we do it for one, we're gonna do it for all of them.
Not that I'm aware
Not that
of.
I'm
They
aware.
might have a little kitchen like area, you know what I'm saying? Like with a stove and a fridge, but they don't have a stove, Steve, to my knowledge.
You know, I mean, just be prepared if they have one. You know, all of them are gonna be asking for that, so. It's coming out of courthouse funds.
Mhm.
So it would take, the electrical, the stove itself, and then item 3 would be to do it right, to put a wet chemical suppression on top.
And they requested it, right?
Yes.
And have we gotten fire marshal approval on that?
I believe the person that was supplied that quote said that was fire marshal approved. We'd have to verify that with the fire marshal for.
I think that's how it goes. The contractor usually submits to the state fire marshal because he has to do designs and everything and then submit it. Once it comes back, then he can install it. And they'll just come back and inspect it.
I just make sure that before they start that it's all fire marshal approved.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
often are they gonna use that?
Yeah, because if you combine all 3 quotes, y'all, it's $1,900 for the electrical work. It's $779 for the stove itself, and for the commercial hood that's required by the fire marshal's office, it's $6,200. So you combine all those together. I mean, we're spending almost $9,000 to put a stove in one location in the courthouse.
I mean, I'm sure they heat up things probably impromptu. So, I mean, at least this would kind of be centralized where it had a hood suppression. It probably would increase safety if they would. I mean, I do know that probably for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I mean, I don't think that's what it's being asked for, but for sure, that time was heavily used.
And where exactly? Where courthouse funds? We had plenty.
It's all courthouse funds, yep, and it's going to the DA's office. And Ben's right, y'all know at Thanksgiving and Christmas they do these big courthouse luncheons, and every office in the courthouse is in attendance. I've never been to them. I've been invited to them though.
I'm okay with. I don't know what y'all think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it, but just like I said, let's make sure that everything is approved through the fire marshal before we spend one penny. That's
Okay.
Okay, y'all. So I'll entertain a motion to approve number 1, the quote for $1,900 from Sims Electric.
I'll abstain from that one because I've got a relative working for Sims.
Okay, Mr. Bill sustains. Mr. Marcus makes that motion. Do I have
I'll
a
second.
second? And Chad seconds. Everyone else in favor? Motion passed. Y'all, number 2 is for the stove itself from Steins in the amount of $779 to be paid out of courthouse funds. Do I have a motion? Mr. Bill makes that motion. Second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Marcus. All in favor? Motion passed. Number 3 is to take action on approving the installation of a wet chemical fire suppression hood system required by the fire marshal to be installed for the courthouse stove in the amount of $6,200 plus labor to be paid out of courthouse funds.
So
And
Mr.
the
Chairman.
stipulation that, to make sure that everything is followed up, like Steve said,
I'll
state
second.
fire marshal.
Right, with the stipulation that it is fire marshal approved. Motion by Mr. Chad, second by Mr. Steve. Everyone in favor? Motion passed. Y'all, number 3 is a motion to discuss a quote from the Calcasieu Mechanical in the amount of $6,321.36 for a sensor collaboration at the parish jail to be paid out of jail funds. If you look, it says collaborate 28 sensors in the KMC system. The chilled water supply temp and return temp for all 2 chillers, cold deck temp and discharge air temp for all 13 air handling units, and space temp for all 13 VAV terminal units. Motion by Mr. Bill,
Second.
second by Mr. Marcus. All in favor?
Wait, what's the reason in here? I mean, are they out of calibration or they just don't know what?
So no, I mean, this is, I've had Calcasieu Mechanical come back and look at our system holistically at the jail. I've had another company come look at it. This is just things that we're trying to do, the low hanging fruit to reduce our electric bill. We have a lot of things running, just all the time, unnecessary. I went and looked at a lot of thermostats. They're cranked all the way down. We have a lot of, unsophisticated data that's being so this is kind of a one of the small steps we're taking to try to reduce our electric bill. And one of the things that's really critical is that the sensors that we do have, we may need to add some more, but the sensors that we do have are properly calibrated. And I think I've got we're going to get a proposal to add this sensor calibration routinely on an annual basis. It was not in our plan that we signed. I've asked her to kind of put a proposal together, but they've probably been calibrated in like over 3 years. So there's areas of the jail that are 60 something degrees, and they're not kicking off, and it's just so. These are just small dollar items that I think will be payback dividends on these type of maintenance repairs.
All right, that's good.
We have a motion, and we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Y'all, motion number 5 is a motion to discuss and take action on the purchase of a 12-foot dump trailer from Tibbs Outdoors Equipment and Trailers in the amount of $13,836.20 to be paid out of special revenue. What are we buying this for?
So with the current dump trailer that y'all approved recently, we use it all the time. It mostly stays in Welch, from patch, do small little touch-ups on our chip seal to filling cracks with aggregate. But what we're wanting to do is to move that dump trailer to Topsy. We have a guy that works for us part-time, and he really has no way to move any kind of soil or branches around. And so we were going to take the dump trailer we have stationed in Topsy, and then this would basically replace the one that we're using.
So
It's cheaper than trying to get another dump truck for Top Ready.
yeah,
We're moving it back and forth.
and he's got a truck to pull it, right?
Yes.
So Mr. Steve, y'all, made that motion second?
I'll second.
Chad seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Motion passed. Y'all, number 6, you will see we have an A and a B. We have 2 separate quotes for a 20-ton package unit for the William E. Broussard Event Center to be paid out of the general fund. The first quote is from Calcasieu Mechanical in the amount of $59,553. The second quote is from Southern Chill AC and Heating LLC in the amount of $54,786.
And is there, unless you know, Corey, a difference in brand and warranties or anything? Trying to glance through it.
Yeah, I got this like the day before, maybe Thursday afternoon or Friday, so it's pretty relatively new. I did not get to go in depth on the Southern Chill quotes. But I think this is exactly kind of what we're hoping for, to kind of be proactive. There's not a unit down. I think there's one that's struggling. We kind of passed the hottest part of the season by the time this is ordered, and it would be, if we, ordered it today and installed it, it might be, could be October. So I don't think there's a super rush. We could look at these, the details of these if y'all like and further, but I think that's why we're trying to do this, ahead of time, so we can save the most amount of money, most effective.
Have we serviced the units lately?
They're part of our routine maintenance.
So every year they're cleaned?
They old though, 20 years old?
Yeah,
Yeah, we walk through and then
yeah,
if they give out, that's it.
yeah. If yeah, and then we would be subject to emergency call out overtime. With these units might not be available, so we might have to buy a more expensive one. So
All right, can you look into differences in brands, like is it the Train, is it Carrier, and is there a 2-year warranty or a 10-year warranty on the everything, and then kind of let us know we can move forward with it, I guess, and then we can decide.
okay,
It didn't say anything regarding warranty on Southern Chill's quote. There is a brief explanation about warranty on Calcasieu Mechanics. On the second page, it says, the contractor warrants the workmanship shall be free from any defects from 30 days after the date of installation. Contractor extends to the customer the benefits of any warranty the contractor has received from the manufacturer, is what that one states.
I know that in addition to this, I think we got a quote for around $5,000 we'd have to run power to that unit. So would it, if y'all went forward with one, you'd think about another $5,000 for the electrical. So
Okay.
Do y'all wanna hold off approving this until we have more information on the warranty?
Yeah, the warranty and then also the brands, make sure we're comparing.
Apples to
Yeah,
apples, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Should the air conditioner go down between now and then? Would y'all want to conditionally approve executing one of these orders?
I think that would be a good idea. Conditionally
Yeah,
approve it.
yes.
You have to.
I mean, like Chad said, it goes down, okay.
And do you want to wait? Do you want to wait another month? Do you want me to find the brands and bring that to the police jury meeting on Wednesday?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'd like to.
I don't know the condition of the AC, so I trust y'all.
They're,
Yeah, I don't want to wait another month. We just need to find that out.
Okay.
can we have
But I'll tell you too, CMC is doing all our work on that stuff out there, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, I think they've been out there enough. They know what we need.
Yes.
I know it's a little more, but
Well, I think with that amount of money, I think it was proper to try to get another quote, and we can let them know what our other quote is, and see if they can help us out on the price potentially, and make sure there's no ramifications if we went one company versus the other. As far as the maintenance goes.
one's from Calcasieu, one's from Jet Davis.
Yeah.
Jet
All right.
Davis.
It's in
I
Paris.
think the owner's from
Southern
Basil.
Chill.
So
It's in Paris. That's all they said. That's
Basil. Says Basil.
He does, y'all, he does do good work. He has a couple of the units that he installed for me at the church, and I haven't had any problems with them.
Who's that, Southern Chew?
Yes.
I've seen Basil somewhere.
He installed
Yeah,
2
that's
of my
what-
units
that's
in the
what- yeah, but
church, and
that's what
he's
said
done a
Jimmy
good job
said.
maintaining
No,
them.
that's
Oh,
That's the
up
only
here. I got you.
work I've done with him.
Can we just push it up to
I said
AAP
defer
to
it
the meeting?
till Ben get more for us.
You ought to be able to have that by the meeting, though.
By the
Yes,
meeting, defer it till
absolutely.
police jury meeting. We'll
Okay.
make a decision at that time for that one.
So we need a motion to approve. I'll make that motion.
All right,
So,
Chad makes a motion, Mr. Marcus seconds. All in favor to defer it till Wednesday's meeting until we have more information on warranty and brands.
So, just so y'all know, I think the 15-ton is more like a 1-to-1 replacement, and it would need under most conditions the other air conditioner as well to supplement it. The 20-ton was a little bit more independent. It would probably, maybe not in the middle of June or August, but think under normal conditions could potentially cool the whole building by itself. So that's why they gave us kind of two quotes, two size quotes.
Right.
Do you want to defer number 7 as well? So we have more
Yeah,
information? Okay, so, motion to defer that one?
So moved.
Marcus,
second.
then Chad seconds. All in favor?
Uh,
Okay. So we have deferred number 7 to Wednesday's meeting as well, till we have more information on warranties and drains. Y'all, item number 8 is a motion to discuss the repayment of the loan given to Fire District 6 in November of 2025. That loan was for $48,000. You'll see a cooperative endeavor agreement in your binder between us and Fire District 6 to be entered to August 12th of 2026. So, then what payment plan are they gonna pay that back on? Under repayment terms, it says repayment, oh, there's some blanks, so what terms are we asking them to repay that?
So I think the finance committee or police jury agreed to loan them the money, but we should have followed up with the CA kind of outlining the terms and stuff. And so we're just kind of after the fact trying to do that. I don't think we received any money yet, Dodie. And I don't know that they have the funds right now to pay us back.
So in the past, and I mean, we've done this for years
yeah,
and years.
so this is like the third or fourth year.
Yeah, as soon as they got their tax money in January, they paid us back. So I don't know what's changed on that.
So if they got the loan in November of 2025, why didn't they pay us back in January of 2026?
I mean, I just assumed they were doing that, but
Me too.
I mean, that's always the way it's been in the past. So
Do we know what their balance is?
Their bank balance is like 154,000 right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
So they have the funds to pay it back. I ran a GL to see if they had any debt service for the year that is due. It doesn't look like anything was paid. It doesn't look like anything was due, but I'm gonna double check with Foley and Judell that they don't have like a bond payment out there. So it looks like they could make the payment all at once if we wanted them to do that.
I think it's due.
Yeah, hold them to it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's always been the
That's
the
what
way
I
it's
said,
done in the
that's-
past.
this is
Otherwise,
like the
they're gonna be
third or fourth
asking
year
for another
we've done that.
48 in
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, shoot them in
You're
the
too
head.
far
But usually after the first of the year, the money comes back to us. That's how it was done previously.
So how would you like to handle us to execute the repayment?
I would like to reach out to them and tell them that, it was due in January. And, we'd like to get it.
And
'Cause I
then-
know, in 6 months, they're gonna ask for it again.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem getting it to them.
Y'all, and I would not loan them any more money unless it's a signed agreement like this that they
Yeah.
sign before they're given the money.
I mean, this is good for this fall when we give them the money. We put this in place and we tell them, hey, it's due on the 1st or.
When the tax-
Because it's always been, and
When is the
I
January
remember us
1st?
stating that when we did it, it's always been, they'll repay us when they receive their tax funds. So it may not be the
Correct.
1st, it may be
It's
whatever.
been that way since I've been here.
Yeah. I don't know what changed.
So we'll contact the fire district and let them know that the next 30 days will reimburse this amount unless they have something that we're not aware of, I guess.
So do we want to ask that they have that money reimbursed to us by the end of August? August 31st, if they've got it?
Yeah, they've got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, so, I need a motion and a second to approve Fire District 2's repayment of their loan of $48,000 to the police jury by August 31st of this year.
District 6, I made that motion.
Okay, Chad,
Second.
Mr. Marcus, all in favor? Motion passed. And we'll also make a note that we will have a cooperative endeavor agreement with them for any future loans. Okay. Y'all, that is everything that I have on the agenda. Does anybody have anything else that needs to come before the finance?
One concern from the OSEP office is that we have had, basically two contracts that when we get our grant, we submit for payment. There was a delay in payment because we don't know why, because the two servers that provide did the contract was asking for payment. So my secretary was concerned about the late payment, and she was wondering what was the delay. Follow what I'm saying? Because it was submitted, once the state approved that grant, it was, for OVC and for Interstel, who does the, Starlink. So those are the two contracts that came up. And there was a delay because fortunately, each one of them understood when we told them that the grant was not available to be paid until later. So they waited. But then once the grant was open, we submitted the necessary POs for payment. And it was later that they emailed us back that what was the deal, and it was filed for payment. So she was concerned what was the delay. So that's what I'm asking.
Carly, do you have an update on that?
Yeah, they're paid.
They're
Well, we
paid.
know it's paid, but it was a delay.
Oh, it was paid, it was just late.
The chicks.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we know why there was the delay? Was that because of that, shutdown, the temporary shutdown, or? I'm sorry.
They were, the signature was late.
Oh, okay, the signature was late.
So the only thing I ask is that because with us, when we submit payment, we also have to wait for the police jury for payment, for the checks and everything to come back so we can file for reimbursement. We try to do it timely because that grant is only for that short window. And if there's an increase in certain amount of money, then when we submit the money for repayment, and there's some excess money, we try not to let thousands of dollars to go back. Sometimes there's a decrease in cost in certain things and then an increase. So we know before that grant is ending, we can make adjustments because we have to do one reallocation of funds, reimbursement of reallocation of funds, so we can make sure we spend all the money. We try not to send back money to the state because
Well, Marcus, I can tell you, and I think you're aware, anytime you deal with the GoSep website, it's a nightmare trying to figure out where you got to sign and how to get to where you sign. And
Well,
every
it's-
time you got to change your password.
But it's
I mean,
it's not that, Steve. It's just what happens is that, like, we send payment, we get an item for purchase. And as you know, we gotta wait till GoSep to approve it, and the price will change. Well, then we turn around and we had one vendor gave us a discount on something later. So we had extra money coming back, well, that we didn't spend. So we had an increase in something. So when we finished, prior to finishing that whole grant, we had like $4,500 left. And we did all the calculations. So we did not want to send $4,500 back to the state. So we, but it slowed us up because what happens is that by the time the vendor got his payment and told us that he was giving us a discount, it put us back. So if it was a little bit more speedy on the payment and showing the council check, that we can see it, but quicker, because it pushed us. And our grant specialists, it gives Suzette some frustration,
Yeah.
because they now switching to the part where when we have to reset it, they may not allow us to go back in there and then file for those things. So it's just please just be aware that whenever you're going to get the call, and when we want to see the council checks both sides and everything, so we can do this quickly. As soon as we get it for reimbursement, we will file it. It usually takes a little time, but we know that that's how much it was, and then we can track it as it goes on. That's all I'm asking. It's just as
Marcus,
soon as-
Just please let Suzette know too, please reach out. I know sometimes they, out of kindness, sometimes they hesitate, but please reach out if there's any kind of concerns or anything that's time sensitive, or call my cell phone too. She may be, hesitant to call, reach out, but tell her just pick up the phone, so. And we're sorry for any delays or frustrations we may have.
Well, I understand that sometimes there's a delay, and I try to tell her, please, but, it's just that sometimes it gets to the point where we're almost finished with that close. And we have to file with an extension, and I can assure you when the 26th comes up, we've been already told that, we're not gonna be able to go back and reset it. Once we file what we're gonna do, they probably won't let us go back and do a reallocation of funds. So that's why we're trying to push and make sure we track these things carefully, so we can get the money back. We do everything to get every penny we spend to get back to the jury. Don't want them to pay up nothing that we, cannot get the money back from.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Y'all also had a complaint from Fire District 2. They went to one of their vendors that has a charge account. The vendor would not let them charge because the bills are being paid late. If I could have somebody follow up with Tim Landry with Fire District 2 to see what vendors,
Sorry.
go ahead, no,
He had
please.
came in and he had talked to Haley about it.
Okay,
And we looked into it for him, and I think that they've all been taken care of.
thank you, Carla. He told Mr. Wayne he was having problems, and Mr. Wayne was gonna
Yeah.
bring it up this morning, but he was not here, so he asked me to ask you to just follow up with him if you
Yeah,
don't mind.
he had called, so I think that everything's been taken care of as of now.
Okay. Y'all, the monthly budget has also been approved and reviewed. Anything else? Mr. Bill? Motion to adjourn, second.